For those of you that are looking to feed your leads into alternate platforms, so whether it be CRMs or platforms such as MailChimp to send out newsletters, you'll be happy to hear that with the Zapier integration with Agent Locator, you're going to be able to do that. So there's a magnitude of different apps that you can search through. You can do things such as Google Contacts, so it automatically puts your lead into your Google Contacts. Or if you have a calendar event, for example, and Google will send you an email with that calendar event 1 hour beforehand. So really cool tools in that aspect. So the first thing that you're going to do with Zapier is you're going to look for the API key in your Agent Locator CRM system. So where you're going to find that is right over here in this company administration. If you're not seeing this Zapier, the API key here, what you need to be doing is contacting support@agentlocator.ca. As currently as it stands, our Zapier is by invite only, so you're not going to find it on the list unless you've been invited, so to speak. That will change though. So for the time being, if you're not seeing this here, just send an email off to support and they'll get things going for you. Now, you do have the ability to regenerate an API key because this is just a little key. If we show this here, it's just a bunch of numbers and letters. If you regenerate a new API key, any previous Zaps that you have created with this API key will need to be updated with the new API key. So if you're able to refrain from doing that, it'll just create less work for you. But if in whatever case that you may need to, then just so you are aware. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to copy this because I am going to need to know this API key in Zapier. So in Zapier, to make a Zap, what you're going to do is you're going to go make Zap. Now you are going to choose the app that you want to Zap from. So in this case, I'm going to Zap from my Agent Locator, and I'm going to Zap into my Google Contacts. Now, if you want to work that both ways, you would have to create two Zaps. One that's going from Agent Locator into the contacts and one from contacts into Agent Locator. And that would same go to two CRM systems. So if you wanted your Agent Locator leads to automatically feed into another CRM system or platform, and you want those leads that are also in that platform as they're coming in to also feed into the Agent Locator CRM, then that requires two Zaps because you need it working both directions. So for here, I'm going to just start typing Agent Locator. Now there is a space with Agent Locator. Now when you start to see these appear, you will only see one of these options, just so you're aware. So you're going to click on the option for yourself. And then we're going to choose the trigger event. So in this case, we want new lead webhooks. And then we're going to continue. Then I have to sign into the Agent Locator. This is where we're plugging in that API key that I just copied. And then we're going to continue that. Now, once that's all done, again, we're going to continue this. Please do note that every Zap is going to be different as far as what steps it's going to, get you to go through. However, they are all quite similar. So in this case, we want contacts. So I'm going to start to go Google and go Google Contacts. And then from here, I want to create a contact. So basically, if I add a lead into my Agent Locator CRM, I want that contact added to my Google Contacts. From here, again, we're just going to hit continue. Now, before we go forward with anything, we do need to sign into my Google Contacts. So it's going to ask you to sign into Google, essentially. So we're just going to give Zapier permissions, of course, in order to be able to do that. Then again, we're going to hit continue. Now, this is where we're kind of parsing that information, how that information is going to be parsed into Google Contacts or vice versa if you're doing it the other way. So first name is giving you options. This is a test one, so it's going to be Richard for the first name. We have a last name field, so we're going to pick the row. And then we're going to go down to email, which is their email address, of course. Now, some of these you can type in companies if you have something already preset. In there, you have the email type if you wish to. Again, their phone number, You can put phone type if they have alternate phone numbers, their contact information as far as their address goes, different things like that. So once you've gone ahead and configured that, you can definitely put in here a lead ID if you want to. It's not necessary for all Zaps, but it is for some. So the lead ID would go in this note section and then just go continue. Now, once we're in here, we can see like this is the first name. So this is all the information with respect to the lead that was added. So when I test and continue this, what's going to happen is it's testing the lead that would potentially be made in the Agent Locator CRM system to see if we can add it into the Google Contacts. Now, it's not on. Your Zap is never turned on until you actually turn it on. So we're going to turn this on and we're going to try two different things. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go into my CRM system and I'm going to create a lead in here. Now it'll be a test lead, of course, just to kind of show you things. Now do keep in mind that Zapier is not instant. It takes it like a few minutes, so I'm going to say 5 to 10 minutes for Zapier to get that information, configure it all in Cyberspace, and then shoot it up to where it needs to be. So it's not an instant, communication between the two platforms. So this one here, I'm just going to go Crystal 1, 2, and then Zapier as my last name, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3. I just don't want to bother somebody if I enter in a valid phone number, that's for sure. And then an email, let's just go Zapier123.com as my contact information, and then I'm going to save. Now, again, Zapier is not instant, but I'm going to go into my Google contacts. These are my contacts here. I'm going to refresh it, and we'll see. So this Richard Joe here, you can see now, is in my Google contacts because this was the test one. As you recall, when we were testing the Zap, this was the information that it was pulling to test it. So we can definitely see that this lead is in here. Now I can refresh it and wait for that new lead that I created, which it actually pulled up right away, luckily for us. So this Crystal 12 Zapier that I entered into the Agent Locator CRM system is now in my Google contacts, meaning that if I was to call this lead or this lead called my direct phone number, unfortunately not your Twilio number, you would actually have all your leads contact names in your contact list on your Google. Again, if you want to create this as a vice versa, you would do this backwards. You would start off with Google Contacts, and then you would go into the Agent Locator CRM system. Now, if you have any questions with respect to Zapier, please don't hesitate to contact support@agentlocator.ca. This isn't easy for a lot of people. It can get confusing. So if you do need help, just raise your hand, reach out, and we're here to help you.